Hi guys, this is Debbie with Debbie's Kitchen Corner. I used to always buy those beautiful, delicate little princess cakes at Ikea. Unfortunately, they stopped carrying them and my heart really sank because they were one of my favorite little cakes. So I decided to learn how to make a traditional Swedish princess cake for myself. They might not look pretty in the beginning, but they're super easy and delicious. Let me show you how to make it.
Let's start with the custard. Since this needs to go into the fridge, we make this first. Add 4 egg yolks and 1/3 cup of sugar into the pot. Use a spatula and mix it until the sugar is completely incorporated with the egg yolks. Just keep stirring. Then add a 1/4 cup cornstarch to it and stir again until it is smooth and no lumps are visible anymore. Slowly, while stirring, add 400 milliliters of hot milk into it and mix until everything is well combined. And lastly, add a 1/2 teaspoon vanilla extract to it and mix it. So now comes the part we really need to pay attention. Bring this mixture slowly to a boil. Very slowly. Otherwise, you burn the bottom of the pot. Like I did here a little bit. Immediately take this off the heat when you see it starting to bubble. Well, it's not burned too much, so we can take out the burnt stuff. It has thickened and really looks like vanilla pudding. Let's fill it into a glass container and then take the burnt stuff out and close it with some wrap. We will keep it in the refrigerator until we use it. With the custard in the fridge, let's move on and make the sponge batter. Add 4 eggs, 2/3 cup of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract into a mixing bowl. Whip for about 5 to 7 minutes until the eggs are very foamy and pale. Then sift 1 cup of flour mixed with 1/3 cup of cornstarch into the egg mix and slowly fold it into the batter. Be gentle about it because we do not want to deflate the batter very much. Also mix in 1 tablespoon of milk. Fold until there are no more pockets of flour. Use some oil to grease the baking pan. And then lay a parchment paper on the bottom of it. So now you have different choices on how you want to go about it. You can either bake it in 3 different pans, all the same size, or you can bake it 3 different times, or like I do here, you can bake it all in one form and divide it in 3 different layers later, once baked. If you decide to do the 3 times 1, then of course the baking time will be shorter. After the sponge has cooled down, take it out of the pan and remove the parchment paper. Cut it into 3 equally thick layers. Just remember, it does not have to be perfect. Now let's get the components and creams ready and start assembling it. Let's take the custard out of the refrigerator and mash it through a strainer. That makes the custard more soft and smooth. Then put this to the side. Take another bowl and let's whip up the diplomat cream. Personally, I believe this cream makes the cake taste so amazing. Beat 200 milliliter whipping cream until almost stiff. Then add about 1 cup of custard into whipping cream and then combine it. And here you have the diplomat cream. Super simple. Find a cake plate and let's assemble the princess cake. Fill about a half a glass of raspberry jam into a piping bag. Pipe it onto the first layer in a circle-like manner. Then put the second sponge layer on the top. Use the remaining custard cream and pipe it on the second layer just the way we did it with the jam. And when you're done, add the third and last layer. Take a spatula and add some diplomat cream on top. The goal is to create a dome-like shape on the top. Then use a cake spatula to even it out and create a dome. Again, don't try to do this too perfect. We're not trying to win a competition, we want to eat it. So take your time with this. After you are happy with the outcome, place the cake in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours so the cream can actually stiffen up a bit. Make the marzipan fondant once you are ready to finish the cake. For this, add 2.5 cups of almond flour and 1 cup of powdered sugar into a mixing bowl. And here I would use the blanched almond flour, not the natural one with the skin still on it. It really looks better that way. Take a whisk and mix the dry ingredients. Add 5 tablespoons of honey and 30 milliliters of cold water to it. So this is going to be sticky, so I recommend to use a latex glove so you can easily mix it with your hand. Gently incorporate the ingredients with each other. Eventually, you will be able to form a nice ball. Keep gently kneading it until it is nice and smooth. Then divide them into a small ball for the rose and a bigger ball for the cover. Get some green and red food color and put 1 or 2 drops on top of each ball. It's really up to you if you want a light or darker green or red. Keep kneading it until it is a solid color. And remember, you can always add more color. Okay, so I will start with the roses. Roll the dough into a string or sausage and cut like parts or sections off. I've never done this before myself, so we both will learn how to do this. We will make petals and a stem. So use powdered sugar to make it non-stick on the surface. And take your time. I use wax paper to flatten the leaves, and it took me quite a couple of messed up roses to get this one. It looks somewhat decent. Okay, after you get your rose, we will roll out the green marzipan to cover the cake. Again, we use powdered sugar so it does not stick too much. Once you have the size, roll the marzipan on your rolling pin. You might want to brush off that sugar. Now let's clean up a bit and get the cake. Take the rolling pin and unroll the marzipan onto the cake top. Once you got it on, gently mold it around the cake. And as you can see, it does not look perfect. This is my first time as well, but I really wanted to make this for me to eat and show you how to do it as well. It's okay if it doesn't look perfect. Now cut the sides off all around the cake. Keep molding, stretching until you're happy. I also made some leaves out of the leftover green marzipan. Now powder the top with powdered sugar and place the leaves into the middle of the cake. I poked a small hole into the middle so I can stick my rose on it. And done. Actually, I think it looks pretty good for a first-time princess cake. Let me know in the comments if this video helped you to go and make your own princess cake for yourself and how it turned out. Let's see how it looks inside. Nice layers. I'm going to take my fork and take a bite. Oh wow, this tastes really good. Just as I remember it from the little Ikea princess cakes. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to smash the like button. I need to go back to my piece of cake. So I will see you in my next video.